Hi, everyone. Again, just want to take you through some of our materials that we have to offer now over the web. And if you'll remember back, maybe some of you are familiar with this and maybe not, and that's perfectly okay. But we used to have livestock discovery CDs that were CDs you could just pop into your CD-ROM on your computer, and it would have a lot of information similar to what you would see in your livestock packet, although maybe some differences there. And then also would have some questions and would have some kind of quiz mechanisms on it. Now that has shifted. Our livestock discovery program has all shifted online. It's totally free and easy to access. And so I want to take you through that now. What you'll do, you'll see the shared screen that I have here with you, and you'll go to the Department of Animal and Food Sciences whole page. And once you do that, you'll come across the tabs here to what is 4-H and youth. Hit that tab, and then you can hit one of the four species up on top that pertains to our livestock program. I typically hit beef cattle. And once you do that, you'll scroll down and you'll see where we have the star and then where it says Livestock Discovery homepage created from the Livestock Discovery CD. You can hit that link, and once you do, it takes you then to our Livestock Discovery homepage. And so on that, you're going to see, and I'll just dive in here on the beef cattle and use that as our example for right now, but you'll see a lot of the same information that you saw within our livestock kit that I went through with you. But you'll see you can go through breeds, pull up, a picture of those breeds, and then have descriptions of those breeds as well. Which is really neat. Breaks it down in different categories if need be. For cattle, certainly we need that to be done. And I think it's just something that's really neat and easy to access, and can be something that your club members can access virtually anywhere as long as there's internet, obviously. And so if we go back on the beef cattle side, and again, from species to species, it's pretty much going to stay the same. We've got a tab for beef cattle parts. We have retail meat cuts, wholesale cuts, skeletal. We have grading cattle, even a section for beef cattle EPDs. And then we have judging beef cattle, which is a neat part of our livestock discovery webpage that I'll go through in just a little bit in further detail. One thing that is really nice with all this is that, let's say you were working on beef cattle breeds and you had your club working on that. At the conclusion of that, if you wanted to jump down to test your knowledge, you can then come down to test your knowledge, and you can go to beef cattle. And then if you want to hit breeds, and then there's sets of questions here that you can go through. And with that, it'll pop up a picture. It'll have different options of what you can select, a multitude of options of what you can select. And then you'll hit your answer. And it will then at that point give you a correct or incorrect response. And hopefully your students are able to test their knowledge that way. So something I think is really neat. And I know for a lot of 4-H members, it would be great for them to be able to work on some of this stuff at home, a great application type thing. I've heard of many 4-Hers that are very, very interested in this kind of stuff, and they'll want to work on stuff at home. And so this gives them that type of option. But to roll through some of those others discoveries, we've got our goat discovery webpage. Again, some similarities in what's offered there. Sheep, very similar to the beef cattle side of the different, knowledge-based tabs that we have there. And then on the swine side of things, again, very similar to what we've seen already. Something I think a little bit different, but is great, is our livestock feed stuff and equipment discovery. And, you can go through and hit on livestock equipment identification. Has a lot of different equipment IDs in here that you can go and look, and then we even give you a description on what that is or why it's used or how it's used. I think it's just something real neat to have and awesome, if you're preparing for skillathon or whatnot. Similar to meat equipment identification, can go through there. You can see what it is and then what its description is as well. Feedstuffs, real neat feature as well. You can go to different categories and then hit whatever it is that you're wanting to learn about. In this particular instance, we've selected whole rye. We can read about that, what it does, and it has a picture there for you as well. We also have the livestock judging feature as well on the web page, which I think is real important. And we can go through, and not only do we have a tab that just talks about judging whatever we're wanting to judge, but then we also have where we can go through and actually view classes. You'll see here limousine bulls, class of those, where it has 4 bulls. And then under that, we have a discussion on those bulls, and then ultimately a set of reasons that is for you as well, kind of like a mock set of reasons that your students can listen to. And it's even typed out in a lot of instances for you down below as well. So something that's real nice that you're able to utilize at your discretion. Maybe you're getting a team ready for livestock judging competition, and maybe you're not able to get out and see live animals, or maybe it's something that your 4-H members maybe need to work on at home before they come back in to your club meeting or whatnot. Something that's real good from that standpoint. So just another real neat feature that we have. And you can see on down through some different features that are presented to you as well. So one other thing too is that you can go through and see maybe just some training mechanisms as well. I know Dr. Coffey was very instrumental in putting those together. I think a great information and resource as it pertains to livestock judging. A lot of information there on our Livestock Discovery homepage, and I think it's great that it's able now to be on the web, on a web-based browser, and that it's free for everyone to access. I hope that you'll take advantage of that. It's something that we're very proud of. And if you have suggestions or comments of anything that maybe needs updated or changed, feel free to reach out and let me know, because it's something that we can continue to update and make as best as possible. I just want to take a few minutes here to maybe discuss what the youth livestock programs have to offer here in the state of Kentucky, and as you transition into a volunteer leader and encourage your 4-H members to get involved and get active. And I think right off the bat it's real easy to kind of think about showing livestock, and that obviously is a huge component of youth education within the state. And we have quite a big draw towards showing livestock, and I would highly encourage getting students or getting 4-Hers involved with that. They can be involved from a market animal perspective or from a breeding animal perspective. And if you'll come to our webpage here, we have on the left-hand side browser, we've got market animal validation and breeding animal nominations. And you can go through there and see a lot of information about both of those. That's typically updated around the first of the year. And so you can find information that's pertinent to that. But I think beyond that, though, there's a lot of other events that are really good for youth to get involved with, and just educational events that will help propel them for whatever's next in their life. And I would highly encourage you to have those students look into that and kind of push them towards some of those programs, stuff that I'm real fond of that we try to do. And typically in the spring of the year, we have our Kentucky 4-H Livestock Skillathon contest. That contest has traditionally been in February. For 2021, it has been moved to the weekend of April 10th. April 10th is when the contest will be hosted at the Hardin County Extension Office. And then on April 11th is when the awards banquet will be, again, at the Hardin County Extension Office. Skillathon contest, if you're not familiar with that, is a neat opportunity where students can compete on a team, county-based team, at different age divisions, and go through with just some basic animal science knowledge to try to help propel their team to win. And that includes, not only identifying breeds or ranking maybe meat cuts, or, maybe even ranking a class of heifers or whatnot. But that also is just identifying, some feedstuffs and scenarios that are presented to them, and trying to find a situation that would help propel maybe an operation to the next level. So a lot of basic animal science knowledge goes into this, and I think probably as much application as anything, any educational event that we provide throughout the year. And I would highly encourage, again, students to get involved with this, 4-Hers to get involved with this. I think it's a great contest. Really excited about it for 2021 to get jumped back in to having these livestock educational contests. That same weekend, we're actually going to have something new this year that I'm excited about as well, and that's our Livestock Quiz Bowl. Our Livestock Quiz Bowl was supposed to happen for the first time. Our state Livestock Quiz Bowl was supposed to happen for the first time in 2020. Obviously, due to COVID restrictions, we had to change that. And so now that will be for 2021. We are going to host that on April 10th there at the Hardin County Extension Office, and that will be after our Skillathon contest that will happen earlier in the day. Quiz Bowl is, again, going to be just testing students on knowledge base of animal science related questions or animal husbandry related questions. That will come in a sense where students will be able to buzz in and answer those questions. And, we have more specified rules in our resource packet that you can see actually on our webpage right now. That was for the 2020 contest, but that will change. That will not change too much for the 2021 year. So something that you can look at and just kind of use as a resource for right now. But that both Skillathon and Livestock Quiz Bowl, their resource packets and information rules and stuff like that, all that will be updated. Entry deadlines and stuff like that will be updated around the first of the year. And so you can look for that if you're interested in getting a team involved in that as well. Very excited about our Livestock Quiz Bowl. Both on the senior division, our winning teams for both Skillathon and Quiz Bowl, they will go on to represent the state of Kentucky at the North American in Louisville, Kentucky in November, and will be competing in the national contest there. Our livestock judging educational program is something that is not only near and dear to my heart, but I think many people can relate to and kind of attest to how much value there is in livestock judging programs. And I think unique in the state of Kentucky is that not only we have a one-of-a-kind state contest that I think a lot of people look towards and model after, not only in terms of the quality of the contest, but also the way that our awards banquet goes, and then how we handle our winning senior contestants after that. And so if you're not familiar, typically we host our state livestock judging contest about the third Tuesday in June. It rotates from different locations, and so always be looking out for information on that. But third Tuesday in June, contests will be held, and then that following morning, on that Wednesday morning, then we will have an awards banquet, a one-of-a-kind awards banquet that I think 4-H'ers really look forward to. Again, this is a county-based event, county-based teams, and then what's unique to our program here in the state of Kentucky is that the top 12 senior contestants at our state livestock judging contest are then invited to a top 12 week, in which they are worked out for about a week at different operations and judge classes and give sets of reasons. And those top 12 individuals are then worked out to where we'll find our top 8 individuals that we want to work for the rest of the fall. So they have an opportunity to compete for the top 8 spots. And those top 8 spots will then represent the state of Kentucky at various contests throughout the fall. I coach that team, and they will go to the Exarban contest in Nebraska, Flint Hills contest in Kansas, Stockman contest in Indiana, go to the Keystone contest in Pennsylvania, and then ultimately of those 8 individuals will work down to the top 4 individuals who will then represent the Kentucky Gold Team, all-star team at the North American in Louisville, Kentucky in November. And so a real neat opportunity. Hope that you'll encourage those individuals within your respective county to get involved. It's something that can open up a lot of doors, and I know a lot of people can attest to that. Again, it's something that I think is very, very neat that we have here in our state. So those are just some of the things that youth can get involved with, and it's I think a lot of great educational contests to get involved with, and certainly our showing program is very, very unique as well. I know a lot of people love to go to state fair and are always trying to work hard to get into that championship drive, something that is just a one-in-a-lifetime kind of experience. So hope that you'll get your youth involved in some of those programs. If I can ever be of assistance to you in any way, please let me know. My contact information is on the webpage. The best way to get in touch with me is through email. If we need to talk over the phone, certainly we can do that. I would say face-to-face, but for right now, it's probably more Zoom conferences and calls. But I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. I appreciate what you're doing to do for our livestock programs. Thank you.